It's time to discover, it's time to play. So let's get started right away.
Welcome to Loving to Learn. I'm Mrs. Grant, and today we're going to say the rhyme, the weather. Let's get started. There was a day when we got wet and rainy was the weather. R-A-I-N-Y, 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 and rainy was the weather. There was a time when we had no rain and drought was the weather. D-R-O-U-G-H-T, 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 and drought was the weather. There was a day when it snowed and blizzard was the weather. B-L-I-Z-Z-A-R-D, 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 and blizzard was the weather. There was a day when it shined and sunny was the weather. S-U-N-N-Y, 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 and sunny was the weather. Woo! That is really fun to say, and it really talks about our weather. Let's take a closer look. So it starts out, the rhyme, the weather, and it talks about when it rains and rains. And those days are really fun because you can go out with your umbrella and splash in the puddles. And then we spell out the word rainy, R-A-I-N-Y. Then we go on to the next one, and there's no rain. So it's a drought. Drought is the word for when there's no rain. We really need rain. The fields are drying out, and the rivers are getting lower and lower, so there's a drought. And there we spell drought, D-R-O-U-G-H-T. Then we go to the next weather, and it snows and snows. Now, I live in Wisconsin, so we have had this where it snows and snows. And it's a blizzard is the word. Blizzard. Say that word. Blizzard. Good. So then we spell out blizzard. B-L-I-Z-Z-A-R-D. That's really a mouthful, isn't it? So you spell it 3 times. The last one is when the sun comes out and it's sunny. So then we spell sunny, S-U-N-N-Y. That rhyme is really fun to say. Let's get started on our 3 games. The first game is where I stretch out the sounds in a word. You listen very carefully and you tell me what the word is. Here we go. W-at. I'm going to stretch it again. W-at. Do you know what the word is? Wet. That's right, when it rains and rains, you get wet. Let's write the word wet. What letter? W. Slanted line down, slanted line up, slanted line down, slanted line up. W-at. There's that E. Straight line over, circle around. W-at. I hear that T too. Straight line down, cross in the middle. You just wrote the word wet. Okay, listen up as I stretch the sounds out in the next word. S-at. Did you get the word? I'm going to stretch it again. S-at. What's the word? Set. That's right, like when you set the table. Will the word wet help me write the word set? It will, won't it? It has that at chunk in it. Let's write the word set. There's that S. We snake around the top and around the bottom. S-at. E. Straight line over, circle around. S-at. T. Straight line down and across the middle. Set, wet. Do they rhyme? They do, don't they? And they also have that at chunk in them. All right, listen up as I stretch out the sounds in the next word. G-at. Did you get the word? I'm going to stretch it again. G-at. What's the word? Get. Good job. Let's get it started. G. There's that G. Circle around, down below the water, and a fish hook in. G-a-a. I hear that E too. Straight line over, circle around. G-at. T. Brilliant. Straight line down, cross in the middle. Get, set, wet. Do they rhyme? And what chunk do they have in each word? At. You've got it. At. Great job. The next game is where I say a word and you tell me how many syllables it has in it. The first word is weather. 2 syllables? Let's see. Weather. You're right. Let's do it again. Weather. All right. The next word is blizzard. 2. Let's see. Blizzard. Are you right? You are. Let's do it again. Blizzard. 2 syllables. Next word is drought. Brilliant. 1. Drought. Do it with me again. Drought. 1 syllable. Okay, for our last game, I'm going to say a word and you stretch out the sounds in the word. The word is hot. Did you do it? Let's check. Hot. Do it with me again. Hot. Let's write the word hot. Like when the sun comes out and it gets really, really hot. Ha, ha, ha. There's that H. Straight line down and around the hill. Ha, ah. You can actually see your mouth. Ah. It's round. Good. There's that O. Ha, t. I hear that T too. Straight line down, cross in the middle. You just wrote the word hot. All right. Can you stretch out the sounds in the word pot? Did you do it? Let's check. Pot. Let's do it again. Pot. Let's write the word pot. Like you cook in a pot. Here we have the word hot. Will it help us write the word pot? Well, won't it? It has that ot. P. Straight line down, circle around the top. I hear that O too. T. Straight line down, cross in the middle. Pot, hot. Do they rhyme? What chunk do they have in them? Do they have in the words? Ot. You've got it. All right. The last word I want you to stretch is dot. Did you do it? Let's check. D-ot. Let's do it again. D-ot. Like a dot that you put on an I. Dot. Let's write that word. D. Circle around the bottom, straight line up, straight line down. O. D-ot. I hear that T too. Straight line down, cross in the middle. Dot, pot, hot. Do they rhyme? They all rhyme. What chunk do they all have in them? Ot. Very good. Let's say our rhyme one more time, and I want you to say it with me. Let's get started. The weather. There was a day when we got wet and rainy was the weather. R-A-I-N-Y, 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 and rainy was the weather. There was a time when we had no rain and drought was the weather. D-R-O-U-G-H-T, 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 and drought was the weather. There was a day when it snowed and snowed, and blizzard was the weather. B-L-I-Z-Z-A-R-D. 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 And blizzard was the weather. There was a day when it shined and shined, and sunny was the weather. S-U-N-N-Y, 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 and sunny was the weather. Great job! I hope you enjoyed being at Loving to Learn today. See you later, alligator.